Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 2 of the Portal 2 run for Bro Gamer Moves. I'm mellowed out, otherwise known as Tyler.
This is Fiba. Welcome back.
And we were just in the middle of a discussion about some older games that we used to play.
Yeah, I think I mentioned it before. Shadowrun. Did I mention that in the first playthrough?
I don't know if that was while we were recording or if it was in between.
Okay. Shadowrun was an old Genesis game that I played. This is before I knew anything about like the tabletop game or apparently the Super Nintendo game. And that was just this game that, among like a lot of other more boring games, was just like a shining beacon of like interesting RPG elements and all that kind of stuff. And I just know that it, like, if somebody played it today, it obviously wouldn't hold up. But that's that nostalgia factor.
Right. I know some people. It's funny how even admitting that in some instances will get you like attacked by a fan base. Because like one of my favorite games of all time that I would 100% agree that's exactly like that is like the original Knights of the Old Republic for like Star Wars.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because
I still haven't played that.
Like I can go back and play it and just be happy as ever and just love every second of it.
Here, you go up there.
Okay. But like the combat in it just being a mix between like it's hard to describe. I don't really know. It's not like real-time strategy or anything like that. You basically select the type of attack that you want. You're gonna you gotta
what's
do
the
it
top one?
Up top. There you go. See?
Looks like the top one's blue, right? Okay.
Yeah. There we go.
Alrighty.
Cool. But yeah, so like Knights of the Old Republic with how its combat system is, I love it because I grew up with it. But looking back, if I'd never experienced anything with it before, it would probably be infuriating.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
All right.
That's so sad.
All right, let me put these back on.
That reminded me of the video of the raccoon with the cotton candy. Like he dips it in the water and it dissolves.
And he's just like looking for it.
That was the exact emotion I just dealt with. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Let's not make people throw up from motion sickness this time.
Okay, well, you probably should have told me that before I made it spiral into that portal.
You gonna shoot the portal?
All right, hold on.
There we go. All right, let's do this again. But yeah, like the original Knights of the Old Republic and like some of the story that they told with Revan and everything was just amazing. But if you didn't grow up with that, going through the gameplay has to be brutal.
Oh, here, let me go up here first.
Did you say you never played them?
No, I never did. And I really want to because, like, they're supposed to be like some of the best games from those times.
Yeah, like I love it. A lot of people like the first one more. I personally prefer the second one. I like the characters in the second one a bit more. Although I do have to say a big advantage of the first one is Bastilla Shan. She was an amazing character.
Oh yeah.
And just kind of setting the foundation of the series was fantastic.
I know people just always, in any like list or anything that I read online, it's all about Revan. Just Revan.
Oh,
Revan.
He's my favorite Star Wars character, hands down.
And like he was from those games exclusively, right?
Yes, yeah. He had a comic book series that was pretty good, and a couple of like Old Republic spin-off books that were really good too.
None of that's like technically canon or whatever,
not since
right?
Disney decided to screw everything up. But no, Revan's not only one of my favorite Star Wars characters, he's probably in my top 3 favorite characters of like all time in like any kind of media.
Nice. I know the other day I was watching, just like as background noise, a top 10 Sith Lords.
Oh, he's absolutely going to be on that list.
Oh yeah, he was number 1.
Oh. Well, the funny thing is he could technically be on the list of top 10 Jedi as well.
Oh, that's true. His
am I the
story
one
is
that's
that
getting
like
sent?
he went from Jedi to Sith in between games or something like that, right?
Yes. So it's very complicated. Oh, I just realized you have to send me.
Yeah, I think I get the idea of what's going on here.
All right, it's the light blue one that you need to do.
I think I need to balance you out between these two. Like after you go up, I gotta hit the other one.
I think so as well.
All right, so
Right,
go
you
ahead.
ready?
Yep.
All right.
All right, now I'm gonna go take a break. Light blue first.
Yep.
Bop. Bop.
Oh, I missed it. Okay. Wait. Okay. Why does it do this? Oh, do I actually have to hit the button on the way through?
Yeah, and then the other one too.
Oh, this is terrible. What is happening?
You're making me a little sick.
I don't like this. Okay. No, no. Why can't... Oh, I think I'm losing momentum now. Yeah.
No, it's because you landed on the button. Oh, okay.
Let's try that again.
All right.
I didn't like that it was reversing me.
Do you want to switch
facing me
places?
the opposite direction. Yes, please.
Okay.
All right, so I need to do... Oh. There we go. The orange. No, the red. All right, so... Go.
Wee.
And go. Flawless.
Yeah. It actually worked out super well for me because it didn't turn me around for some reason.
That's good.
Like for you, it was like flipping you around in
Yeah, it
circles.
was awful. So we got this... It gave us way more than we needed, I guess.
Why?
It dropped like 4.
Okay. I'm taking
There
one
aren't
with me
like
then.
optional side puzzles and stuff, are there?
I don't think so. There's one that I know of, because I know that you can find the companion cube,
Oh, okay.
and it's like an achievement.
Oh,
I'll show you
nice.
how to get that whenever we get to it, but I think I remember how to get to it.
Cool.
But
Yeah, as we were saying, so Revan. So
Oh, yeah.
basically, in both games, he loses his memory.
Okay.
So
it's like convenient plot.
right, because the whole point of the game is that you're supposed to be able to choose how you want to portray the character. Nice.
I'm just gonna chill here.
Okay. So we go here and here, and then that should let you.
Wee.
Cool. Oh, so the first time I played, I'm the kind of person that's like, I can't pick the sad dialogue because then the people that don't exist feel sad. So I've always struggled with that. So I didn't even know how cool. Really? So I didn't even really know how cool the Darth Revan story was compared to the light side Revan, in my personal opinion, until like somebody discussed it. Because like Jedi Revan is very, I don't want to say vanilla, but like if you go through, you're obviously the good guy and you shut everything down for the sake of like, you know, the old Republic, and you're just the casual good guy, you know, classic Star Wars stuff. But if you're the villain, it's literally like, you know, the rule of 2 in Star Wars.
Yeah, there can only be 2 Sith Lords,
Right.
Master and Apprentice.
Yeah. So basically you do that part, where you take over Malik, who's like your best friend, and then betrays you at the beginning of the game. That's like before the story.
Yeah.
And then after that, you take him over, and you basically take over like the star base that gives you like tons of robots and stuff like that.
Oh,
and
that's
like
cool.
the story of Revan is actually setting up like a Sith council to like counteract the Jedi Council, and he's not evil. I mean, he is a bad guy, but he tries to fill in the gaps for stuff that the Jedi refuse to interfere with.
It's the Wreck-It Ralph mantra of he's a bad guy, but he's not a bad guy.
Exactly. Oh, I have to shoot.
No, I think I gotta shoot.
Okay.
I think that's a me thing.
I don't think you can do...
Oh, how do I... Oh, wait, no?
Oh, look, you can shoot on the other side of the wall.
Oh.
Maybe? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Now let's
Okay.
try that again.
Now you
but
gotta do
it's
your
going
thing.
to do... Okay. But yeah, so like, he's definitely still a bad guy, because he's still overall trying to take over the galaxy in a sort of way. I think if I leave my yellow portal there and shoot the red... Oh no.
Oh,
I can jump back
no.
through, I guess.
Just go through the yellow one.
Oh, I'm an idiot. I just realized that like the trigger matches which side the color is.
Oh, you didn't know?
I did not. I was guessing. And okay,
Wow.
that makes more sense. My bad.
All good.
So yeah, like, because the whole reason that Revan decided to betray the Jedi is because they refused to interfere in the Mandalorian Wars. Because the Mandalorians were going and just like, oh, you got to do your portal.
Yeah, I forgot.
Because the Mandalorians were literally just going planet to planet and then just like complete universal domination. And Revan said, we can't allow this, and the Jedi are just peacekeepers, so they're not necessarily like they didn't want to interfere because it didn't directly affect them. So he broke free and did his own thing, so he got exiled. So he was like a gray Jedi for a while, and then he was a Sith if you choose that path. And so how you gonna help me, bud?
I don't know. I just oh wait, you can just hop through and then hit the thing.
Oh yeah. Nice. So yeah, that's pretty much Revan. Like,
that's pretty cool.
he's like one of the very, because
that happened before the Mandalorian series, right?
Yeah, the
'Cause,
Mandalorian.
like, that's like the end of the Mandalorians at that point, or like I guess like the decline of the Mandalorian.
So the story of the Old Republic is thousands and thousands of years before the movies. Because like when the developer actually got the contract to make a Star Wars game, I believe LucasArts gave them the option of making something in between the prequels and like original trilogy, or something that took place so far in the past it wouldn't affect the movie series at all. So they decided to go with that, and then it just turned into like everybody's favorite video game.
Okay.
Which I always thought was a super cool story. Like, instead of taking the safe route, they went bold, and it paid off super well for them.
That's good. I have no idea what to do.
I keep referring back to you vaguely saying you're going to guide me through this.
Yeah, I don't actually remember that.
We've got it recorded. That's the best part.
I don't know. I think we lost the footage, actually.
Yeah. Okay, so there's that.
We got to get up there somehow, which means we need like momentum. But do we have like a spring platform? Oh, we do. I didn't even. Okay, so we got this back here.
We're
which
fools.
Means...
Okay.
So I'll go ahead and let you get that box over here.
Cool.
So over here, I think I can use it.
Dope.
Okay.
All right.
And then
what I was gonna say, I feel
go
like
through that one.
the biggest issue that I've always had with Star
Not here.
Wars,
Go, okay.
and it's not necessarily an issue, it's just
Here.
a very easy thing to do. Are you sure that this needed to be up here?
Yeah, put it on the button.
Oh, okay, I got you. It's just an easy plot device that it's hard to get away from. It's like you have your good guys and your bad guys, right?
Yeah.
And like the original trilogy, the prequels, and especially the sequels, Jesus. I don't even want to get started on those because I'll just get real mad. But the biggest problem with the Star Wars movies is they've never went vague with their characters. It's always like you have your clear good guys and you have your clear bad guys.
Yeah.
I would say the closest they ever got with that is Ahsoka Tano from the Clone Wars TV show. Which she is one of the...
I know she was like a Jedi Padawan for a while. I didn't follow up on the show, though.
Oh, man. Like, she has one of the absolute best written stories when it comes to Star Wars overall. Like,
that's
she
cool.
basically, when it comes to the movies and, like, animated stuff, is the first, like, gray Jedi by the end of it.
Oh, that's cool.
So I don't really know how to get you up here or why this is super important.
I think I know.
So, like,
let
I'm
me just give that a go real fast.
for a reason.
Wait, did you just... Why'd you...
What?
You got rid of your portals.
Oh, okay. Oh.
So you got to stay there for a minute. Okay, so that worked.
Isn't that cool?
Oh, look.
Neato.
I always love the combo portals. That's one thing that they did in this, like for co-op, that you just we're doing the robot,
Nice.
or is that just dancing?
That's just dancing.
Okay.
Yeah.
As a robot, you can't really. It's
Right.
like doing the human.
I think that's cultural appropriation.
Wait. Is it human culture
Yes.
to do the robot as a robot?
Correct. Yes. Are you gonna get me a little too? Oh, that was me. But yeah, so like, even if you just go online and look up a brief highlight of Ahsoka Tano's story, it's so well written. Like, it reminds me of how good Star Wars used to be before the new trilogy. And I apologize if you like the new trilogy, but as a Star Wars fan since like 4 years old,
He does not stop ragging on it.
that's terrible.
Like he constantly talks about how, you know, like the story and everything is just like
So un-Star Wars. Or it's...
I like the pretty colors.
Ugh,
You know,
you're the problem.
I'm just easy to please.
Okay, let's see what's through here.
Okay,
there's a
so
button. That's not a button.
let me go up here. Let's see what's up here. Okay.
Oh. Are we supposed to like wombo combo this thing?
I think we might have to wombo combo this thing.
Okay, so that's the target. If we get launched, I think it needs to be a thing where we set up all the portals so you don't have to do it like on the way through. Oh, okay. I think I see. So go back to your side, and I'll put one there. So you'll fly in through there and out through there.
Okay, I'm gonna trust you on that because I don't see what you're talking about.
It's a very dangerous game playing Trust with Me. Alright. Okay. And
Hey, look at
shebang.
that. Oh, and there's a button.
And then that should drop a cube somewhere, right?
Is there like something? Where is it?
I'm not
Oh.
crazy, right? Where
Oh,
is
it's going through the portals.
it? Oh no!
Oh,
I
you gotta
did an oopsie. Okay. So that was there, and oh, I guess this cube just needs to go to me. So
Yeah. There it
yeah,
goes. Wee.
so Star Wars is definitely probably the series that I'm most obsessed with, like lore wise. Do you got one of those?
Trying to think. Like, I don't think I've ever gone that deep. I'm probably like, I've looked at Fallout
open
a
that
lot,
door?
but not enough to like, because like I haven't looked into a lot of like the first Fallouts that came before like Bethesda took over and stuff.
Oh, I gotcha.
Just like a lot around the games that came out with them.
From up where you are, you're gonna have to shoot those two portals where mine are, and I'm gonna have to shoot the ones where yours were
Oh, okay.
to get me up there with you.
Gotcha. Yeah, the in terms of like Star Wars lore and everything, I've basically dabbled. You know, I definitely haven't given it its due diligence as like a fan would, like a more devoted fan would. I
Yeah.
definitely like the movies and the games and stuff like that. But I definitely haven't put as much of that into it as like some of the other people that I see. But
Oh, I'm sure there's people that are listening to the description that I just gave everything, and I got like one minor detail wrong, and like, oh, I can't, this amateur. Uh-oh, that seems like death.
oh,
Wait. Ah. Oh, okay.
so it's got to be the white.
Well, that was fun. Okay,
Oh,
so we got to
there's
get
there's one right here,
so we got to get a cube here.
and I see one right there. I don't know if that works, but okay. I feel like that was definitely supposed to just be able to make it. Oh no, I think we have to catch it in midair.
Oh, that's cool. So how do we do that?
So you're over there, right?
Yes, I'm trying to see
Yeah,
where.
hit that one.
Whee!
Okay, so that's
Shoot
how
the
you
cube.
would catch it.
Oh. I'm in a never-ending loop.
Oh, you are? Okay, that works.
This is fun. Oh yeah, but I'm. Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
I can't stop.
Oh, you stopped. There you
Yeah.
go.
All right, so we need to get this.
Yeah. Is that all we need?
And boom. Okay, cool. So that worked out rather well.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, I'm sure the right Star Wars fan could listen to my description on something and just lose their mind.
Yeah.
Because I will have to say, I rag on the new trilogy a lot, but I've talked to some Star Wars fans that are just rough. Because it's like I completely understand loving a series because I absolutely love Star Wars. And like, I'll give some people some leeway if they like the new series, even if it's not my thing. But my God, if you go anywhere online to any kind of like Star Wars discussion board, it is just attacking people. Like, it's brutal.
I mean, like, people watch movies for different reasons.
Right.
And, like, not knowing, like, the deep lore of, like, the comics and the books and, like, all the stuff that was retconned by Disney when they took over. And, like, a lot of people, I remember you telling me a lot of people didn't like what they did because, there was already a story about, Han and Leia's kids and, like,
Right.
how they grew up and, like, all that kind of stuff. And they ended up just retconning that and writing their own story in, which a lot of people didn't like as much.
Right, yeah.
And for me,
They also
just having, like, a
changed-
fresh experience with it and, like, not having any of that deep lore, I just thought it was a neat story.
Right.
Like,
Oh.
I didn't really have any comparison to it. So,
By
like,
the way, you got to shoot one portal on that target and the
Oh,
other
yeah,
one on this
sorry.
wall.
got
And
distracted.
then we have to jump on the trampoline things
What
at
is
the
it
same
like?
time.
Wait, what do I...
It doesn't matter
it like
which one
that?
you get. Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, that makes sense.
You ready?
3, 2, 1, go. Look at that.
Dope.
That deserves a high five.
Hell yeah. Bop.
Yeah.
What was I
Yeah,
saying?
so the,
So I think the biggest problem that I had, I completely understand that Disney wanted to do their own thing. I'm not bashing them for that. I'm bashing them for just blatantly ignoring some of the old lore. Like, for example, and spoiler alert if you haven't seen the newest movie, and this isn't a major spoiler alert, I'm not even going to say the actual name, but like, historically in Star Wars, there's been a Sith planet. It is like a desert planet where like the Sith temples and everything like that, like held everything that was like, it was like all the Sith knowledge passed down throughout the years and like the history. Like, they completely changed the planet. So like, it's now like a perpetual like rain planet, and like they changed the name of it. So like, that was, to me, it seemed like completely unnecessary changes to established lore that like hardcore fans are gonna really love and respect.
Okay.
It's like such a needless change. Like, why couldn't they have done the exact same scenes on that desert planet and you would have appeased both crowds, you know?
Well, maybe, but, like, at the same time, having the element of surprise, just, like, having something new that, they're not just retelling the same story to, like,
No,
a
I
tired
completely
audience or
understand
anything
that,
like
but if they wanted to tell a new story, why didn't they make new stuff? Why'd they change old stuff?
I guess that's true.
Yeah, that's my biggest issue with it. Like, if they said this is the planet of, like, Hoopsie Poopsie or whatever, and, like, this is the, place that they retreated to after such and such planet.
Get on that lift over in the corner. I don't have a lot of time.
What lift? This lift? Okay.
Nope, I gotta go.
But yeah, so like, I'm completely fine with new stuff. I highly respect new stuff. I don't like old stuff being changed for no apparent reason. What do I do?
I think you gotta use gravity.
Oh, and where should the other one go?
Wait, is that a... Oh, Oh. You see that cross platform up top in the middle?
This here?
Yeah, because there's a launch platform on the other side. So I think you just gotta aim for that.
Okay. And then what will that do? Like, shoot me over all this stuff? It'll
okay.
shoot me right there.
Oh, yeah, there's a button. Okay.
Cool. So now we know what to do at least. I will be patiently waiting. So you said you kind of got into the Fallout lore, right?
Yeah, a little bit. Not as much as, like, I'm sure other people have. You know,
I mean, it's worth talking about what you know.
There was one thing that was recently, I was looking into it, and like I was watching this YouTube video on it. I can't remember the title of it, unfortunately, but it was about like the eldritch horrors that they've been adding to like the Fallout universe since Bethesda took over. There wasn't one in New Vegas, but in Fallout 3, for instance, there was the Dunwich office buildings.
Right, which I'd never actually been to that one.
It's creepy. I can't remember if they add any extra to that particular one. Oh, okay. So I guess I'll just go through once you hit that button.
Okay.
But like basically you can find like holotapes that. Oh.
Is there any place to put a portal in there?
No. Okay.
Is there a cube that we could? No.
Yeah, that might. Oh, the laser cube.
Oh, right. So
I can't get back out. So.
Oh, I'm sure I can figure this out.
Okay. But yeah, so like in Fallout 3 there was that, and then in the DLC, spoiler alert, if you've, I mean it came out like a decade ago, so.
For what, New Vegas?
No, for Fallout 3.
Oh, I feel like if you haven't played Fallout 3 by now,
yeah,
it's not our fault.
Yeah. But yeah, so there was a all right.
Damn
there
it.
was
I really thought that'd work.
place in the DLC that involved that building, and basically you had to take like this ancient text. I can't, like, it's some eldritch sounding name, to like an obelisk that looks like somebody crawling out of it.
Oh, no.
I can't decide which is
Okay.
my favorite.
I think you got to take a portal to the front door after you place the
Assembly
box.
machine for putting you back together,
So like,
so you can be crushed again.
Take a portal to the front door?
either that or
Because I don't think there's a wall. Oh, I could just jump out right up top.
yeah. But yeah, so in Fallout 3 there was that, and then like later on you find a guy that's like, yeah, some people stole my book, and then the chick's like, you cannot give him that book back. It's like a dark power or whatever. And like, there's no shortage of like supernatural in Fallout. You know, you got aliens, you got like,
Right. So what do you mean by, you said eldritch horror?
yeah, like, okay, so you got like the Cthulhu mythos,
Oh,
and
okay.
stuff like that,
I
and
got
like
you. What's the... do you
all
know
the
name of that
H.P.
author?
Lovecraft.
Ah, that's it. Lovecraft.
Yeah, Lovecraftian. Lovecraftian lore, I guess. And, you know, there's nothing like Cthulhu involved, but like
You need to find
just some weird stuff.
They are of no
Oh, okay,
this
so it's
must be
another one of
the-
these, yeah.
The end of 2?
useless.
Yeah.
This is
Cool.
just a thought experiment.
So,
Just to
yeah,
see
and then
how
like
much time
in
you'll
Fallout
waste
4,
thinking about these
you've
worthless
got
documents.
the Dunwich Boros,
The correct time
which
is
are
zero
pretty
seconds.
interesting in that like you find a bunch of raiders who've basically gone insane. But then like as you explore, you find out that even before the war, the miners who were there were going insane. And like once you get to the very bottom of it, you find like hundreds of feet below the surface, like the very bottom of the tunnels, you find like this underwater section, and at the very bottom of it there's just a metal eyeball on a face that's just like looking back up at the tunnel,
Okay.
and it's like super weird. But like looking back into it, apparently it was like it was a face that was all over the Commonwealth. Like it was like just a decoration that was over a lot of buildings that
Oh.
was just like repurposed for that. And
I think I figured this out.
I guess a lot of people were, oh nice,
I
What
think
does that do?
stopped the fan? I don't know what that did. Oh, the cube.
oh, so like we gotta time it so that we grab that cube out of there. But
Oh, it looks like it's just looping.
I can
Oh,
put
no.
my portal
Okay.
here and here, so you do that, and then I'll take care of grabbing the cube.
Cool. Won't you go continue flying though? And oh, there's another platform over there.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
But yeah, so like
So that face was everywhere, the eyeball was everywhere.
yeah, and like at first people apparently were like, oh, it's just reused assets or whatever. And
nice.
yeah,
Nice. Real nice.
first try. But yeah, so like people were like, oh, it's just reused assets or something like that. And apparently there's another mission that involves, and I guess this is more recent spoilers, so like if you haven't played Fallout 4, skip ahead or whatever. There's a mission
I think you
with
can
like the Cabot house.
that.
Oh,
I
have
did
to,
find that in Fallout 4.
yeah, and it's like super
Oh, shit.
bizarre as a whole. Just because like it straight up is like, yeah, an ancient civilization that predates humankind and like predates any mankind or man-made civilizations, and like he's got superpowers from wearing this crown and is immortal somehow. It's like all this crazy stuff like mixed in with the rest of the science fiction of the game.
I thought, does that fit the theme of the Eldritch? That's how you say it, right?
Yeah, Eldritch. Or that's I might be using that wrong, but I think you got to go through that fan somehow now.
Right, but I have to launch myself through.
Yeah, probably
Is
with that one.
Oh, okay, cool.
But yeah, so like, nice.
Cool, and I think you just need to come over here as well, maybe. I don't think so.
Well,
actually.
go through there real fast. I don't know what's over there. Or turn around. Is there like a switch to turn
It
off
said
the fan?
hold Y for partner view.
Oh wait, there's a laser button thing.
This is the dual switch to get
Yeah,
through.
but look to the left. There's like a laser thing right there.
Oh.
So, okay. So you need to set a portal for me to like get the laser.
Right. So can you get the laser through?
How do I get it up there? Oh, I bet I can. Oh, here's a wall. So I bet I can put a portal right here. And
oh, look behind you. That wall right there. There we go. And I can do that.
wait. Oh, was that enough? Just that one?
I think so.
Oh, the laser on this side stopped. So yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. So you should be able to launch yourself now.
But yeah, so with that like whole alien thing, the idea is that like it was some alien civilization or something like that took place beforehand. But what kind of ties it together is that in this like Fallout Shelter Online thing that's been kind of coming out, or like in beta or whatever.
Wait, Fallout Shelter. Like
Yeah, Fallout
the
Shelter
phone app?
Online. Like they added like online functionality to that game apparently, or they're
Oh.
in the process of testing it in certain countries.
For multiplayer?
Yeah, where like you could raid other people's vaults or something.
Okay. I mean, that's kind of cool. I played it for a little bit. Didn't get too into it.
Yeah,
I think the furthest I made it was when they had like journeys or whatever it was called, where you could like send people out on scavenging
yeah,
missions.
it was pretty cool.
Very good.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like they added him as a character
Well, I do need
that you
to
could
be in
get,
the
and then
room
if you
so I
looked
can
at his
see
profile,
them. I want to be clear.
those masks
There's no
that were
reason
used at the bottom of the Dunwich Burrows are
Uh-huh.
like surrounding him,
Done.
and so like it's kind of like,
I suppose.
is this like a reference to like what those masks mean, or is there like more significance to the masks, or did they just reuse some art that they had?
Right. It could
Like, is
just
there
be a
like some
reference.
sort of like deep lore behind it? It's kind of like up in the air. And then in Fallout 76, just to add a little bit more to it.
the best game of the series. That's
Oh yeah,
probably. I never realized a game could have so little controversy around it.
Oh yeah, definitely. Nobody hated that game.
I mean that and Battlefront
Nobody.
2. So.
Oh, man.
Although I do have to say, before we get started on the next area, I do have to use the restroom, so we can probably call it quits on this one.
Okay. We will get back to finishing, or should I go ahead and finish the story on the lore, or like because it doesn't have much more.
That's true, but we could just continue it next time, 'cause
It-
there's still a lot to go.
It'll just take a little bit.
Okay, yeah, for sure. Go for
Basically,
it.
in Fallout 76, there's this area where, like, there's a bunch of the masks, just like all over this cave, and then at the end of the cave there's like this weird ass creature that has like legs and then a bunch of tentacles coming out of it that's just laying on the ground, and then every so often it moves, and if you shoot it, it leaks black blood.
Well, that just sounds like a good party.
Yeah, and then I think if you look at the data for the game, it's something like oh, what was it? It was like Gut Puker, I think was the name of it.
Okay.
It was just a bizarre name and like a bizarre creature that didn't really have a lot of like indication of why it should be there. And like the whole building was super culty, and there was notes that were calling it like what was it? Oh, I can't remember. Interloper. That's what it was called.
Huh.
And it was just bizarre, and like it's another Eldritch style creature that just kind of was thrown in the game. And it's just like, it's funny that keeps coming up.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering what they're going to do with it. Because, like, they definitely did stuff with the aliens after it came up so many times. But,
I got you.
yeah. Well, that was episode 2 for Portal 2. We'll definitely keep going on this series. It's been fun.
Yeah, I've enjoyed this one a lot. I do have to say this one is much easier to concentrate, actually talk about things, and more easy flowing than the previous game that we played.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, that took so much concentration.
Like,
oh my gosh.
Like one misstep and you're off a ledge or like in a room that like you weren't expecting and taking damage, and health is just so valuable in that game. You can't spare a second.
Right. But yeah, so thanks everybody for tuning in.
Yep.
We'll see you guys next time.
See ya.